This is an absolutely massive edition of AEW Dark Elevation, and we're kicking it off with a huge 10-man tag team match.
There's your favorite, Paul.
Absolutely.
This is a 10-man tag team match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring first, the team of Bulk Nasty, Tito Oric, Jake Omen, RC Dupree, and Luther.
Seems like Luther has picked up some strays walking the streets of Pittsburgh.
Well, you know, I said on Elevation before that doing my research on the amazing Luther, that's what I'll refer to him as, he actually comes from Danish royalty. So these could be subjects of his kingdom.
Wow.
And the amazing Luther was actually his name when he was part of the Trapeze Act.
Join the Dark Order.
And their opponents, Stu Grayson, Evil Uno, Alan 5 Angels, Number 10, and Alex Reynolds, Dark Order.
That's one impressive group right there, Dark Order. One of AEW's all-time favorite groups. They roll together, they are a squad.
And Mark, it's always a lot of pressure when the boss is watching you from ringside. Talking about -1, of course.
Okay.
-1, of course.
-1 came out and he was gone as fast as he came out.
Well, it is a school night.
It is a school night. If they were smart, they brought them some candy so they, they can keep their jobs.
Is that how they keep their jobs? They bribe him with...
That's what I did to my kids on my show. I always had candy for them.
Well, nonetheless, Dark Order in action tonight against Luther and his motley crew.
Yes,
I wonder who's going to start this thing.
You know, I think I'm going to start calling Luther King Luther.
King?
King Luther. He comes from royalty. I'm not lying.
That means he would be a deuce.
No, he comes from King.
Luther here has a Serpentico mask, and it's...
Oh, he's excited now. Boy, that mask just points Luther up.
Who's starting.
And Stu Grayson just running over this Ursat Serpentico.
Yeah, I think Stu Grayson took that as a target.
Stu Grayson even a little bit perplexed by the antics of Luther.
Oh, here comes Big Boss Man.
The more I watch Luther, I'm telling you, Luther, you're going to find out years from now, is probably a genius and one of the smartest minds to ever wear a pair of wrestling boots.
So not only Danish royalty, but a genius as well.
But a genius. I mean, this guy, he's got layers like an onion.
Why like him so much?
He's got layers like an onion.
Leapfrog by Grayson Allen. Oh, right into the eye poke from Evil Uno. And Uno, the hanging neck breaker.
He earns that moniker, doesn't he? Evil Uno.
Uno.
That was awful evil.
Uno coming in on the blind tag. And now...
No pun intended?
No pun intended at all. And Reynolds comes in, running back elbow in the corner.
He gets more intense every week.
Alex Reynolds doesn't have an off button, Mark. He doesn't have an off button.
Tito Oric getting taken down by Reynolds and making the tag out to Luther. Reynolds avoids the high kick. Luther, though, reverses Reynolds into the ropes, throws the back elbow, throws the lariat, but lands the leg lariat. Big collision there.
That was the royal leg lariat. King Luther.
All hell.
King Luther.
Snap suplex into a lateral press.
He needs to stop arguing with the referee and handle the guy in the ring with him.
Or might get somebody to talk for him.
Jake Omen tagged in.
That didn't work.
Reynolds able to roll out of the way.
I don't think he knew that was coming.
But Reynolds, the up kick, backs Luther into the corner. Makes the tag to Big Vance, number 10 of the Dark Order.
What a powerhouse.
And Luther throws Jake Omen into 10, and 10 just running everybody over.
He's just such a powerhouse. I love watching 10 work.
Look at 10. Now he's got Bulk Nasty. Oh, talk about nasty.
Bulk Nasty went for a ride.
Luther wants no part of it. Luther.
I guess all the other wrestling names were taken, and he got stuck with Buck Nasty.
I don't know, man. That's not a name that's going to earn a lot of tips.
Uh-oh. Alan Angels, Tope Suicida through the second and third rope, collides with Luther, and now Reynolds up, and the moonsault onto Nasty, onto Oric. And now Jake Omen gets a spine buster for his troubles.
What an impressive athlete 10 is. Wow.
10 makes the tag out to Evil Uno, and then the quick tag to reset the count. Uno and Grayson primed
This cannot be good.
To put an end to it, and RC Dupree getting put to sleep by 10 and a fatality from Uno and Grayson. The covers, 1, 2, 3.
The winner for this match, Dark Order.
You know, I've seen Dark Order work a lot here in Elevation, and I can't remember the last time that they worked this succinctly as a team. They were firing all cylinders. 10 was an absolute monster. Rough night for King Luther. There's your winners, Dark Order.
And -1 didn't even have to miss his bedtime.
Wednesday on TBS.
Let's finish this.
It's a Philly street fight, plus an undisputed elite 10-man tag. FTR goes one-on-one in an Owen Hart Cup qualifier. Wardlow takes on Lance Archer.
Ladder match, you and me!
And the TNT Championship ladder match. AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite, live at 8 on TBS.
We are coming right back with women's action. Kris Statlander versus Julia Hart.
This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Bloomington, Minnesota, Julia Hart.
Julia Hart, who over the last few months has been sporting that eye patch due to the mist blown into her eyes by Malakai Black. It seems as if things are actually getting worse for Julia. Looks like something developing underneath that eye patch on the left eye.
Looks whatever it is spread.
A poison mist by Malakai Black still affecting Julia Hart.
And her opponent from Long Island, New York, Kris Statlander.
And we've seen a different side out of Julia Hart over the last few months. We have most certainly seen a difference in Kris Statlander ever since her friendship with legit Layla Hirsch ended and that rivalry began, Paul.
Well, I think it's a little deeper than that. I think that's one of the prime components. But a lot of it, too, Kris Statlander's had a lot of opportunities that she hasn't been able to capitalize on. Championship runs, I think there's some frustration starting to come through. I think she's starting to learn as a professional, sometimes you have to embrace the dark side a little bit to be successful. You have to interlease that beast that's on the inside. You have to let it out.
And we've seen others do it, notably Pac, Penta, El Cerro Miedo, now Penta Oscuro, had the mist blown into their eyes, much like Julia Hart did, and they embraced the dark side, and they came out with a rougher and tougher edge. Nice side headlock takeover there by Statlander.
It was nice, and there's been a couple of weeks go by, a few weeks go by even. Julia, that may be infected. She might need to go get that looked at.
Well, I'm sure she has, but you know, what do you do with something like that? Who knows what's in the mist? Might have some kind of mystical properties.
Greco-Roman knuckle lock.
Look at the intensity on Kris Statlander. You can tell, you know, before we'd watch her compete, she always had a smile. She looks like she was having fun. Right now, she looks pretty much all business, very serious.
And she's learned to use her strength, too.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Julia with a cover here. Statlander fires that right shoulder up off the mat. Cover again.
Good luck.
Time, yeah. Now it's Statlander bridging up.
Wow.
And Julia Hart trying to break her down, trying to break down the bridge. That impressive leg strength of Statlander.
Smart on Julia Hart's part, though, trying to kick those legs out.
Oh, Statlander.
Well, I'll be damned. Did you see what she just did?
Holding Julia Hart up and then dumping her over the top.
What a display of strength.
And Mark, I think that goes to what you were saying. Kris Statlander really using her strength effectively. But Julia Hart using her quickness, snatching that side headlock.
Julia Hart's just getting that mist in her eyes, become a lot sharper in her intentions with her actions in the ring, too. Like, she's snatching a headlock, she's snatching it with purpose.
You know
like,
what?
I've seen a change in her, too.
I think you're right. There has been a lot of changes. But I think the number one change in Julia is she's getting so many more reps than she used to. I think she's finally finding herself.
Absolutely, and that's so important. Reps are the name of the game when you're young and starting out. Good or bad, you got to get in the ring and get the reps in.
Statlander looking for that elevator slam. But Julia, Julia tried to counter out of it, but Statlander caught her in a waist lock, and this is again the strength of Statlander on display, picking Julia back up to a vertical position. And bulldog there by Julia Hart.
Get the cover.
Good,
Come on.
good counter by Julia. Nope, Statlander.
Good counter by Julia Hart. She's smart enough at the end to throw her weight off a little bit and try to counter whatever was coming.
Julia keeping the pressure on, but Statlander laying in some big shots. And that's where the power, Paul, makes a difference. Statlander, even from one knee, can outstrike Julia Hart.
Absolutely, she's got those long limbs. Look at that kick to the back, flexibility by Julia Hart. The leg trip, everything that Julia Hart is doing is not outpowering Chris Statlander. She's literally outmaneuvering her with leg trips and ankle trips. Like, she's wrestling very intelligently.
Moonsault, a standing moonsault by Julia Hart, though. Julia opting not to go for the cover, instead looking to inflict more punishment on Chris Statlander.
That was nasty.
That was aggressive. That was a change we wouldn't see Julia Hart pull months ago.
Yeah, that was kind of low and beneath her. Now I guess she feels like, you know what, if everybody else is going to be evil, I'm going to do evil too.
Well, even to Julia's point, you know, she was oftentimes in the corner of the varsity blondes, Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison, but I think Julia got a little tired of maybe being second banana.
Absolutely.
For the varsity blondes, or third banana.
Well, she's a competitive athlete. I think she got tired of watching the other guys compete and said, you know what, I have the athletic ability and desire to do this, and she's starting to come into her own. So here's the power of Kristen Statlander.
I think she's a peach.
Julia was trying to put Statlander to sleep. Statlander's trying to stand up out of it, but Julia abandoned ship instead.
Oh, man.
Statlander hoists up.
About aggressively grabbing somebody. Oh, buckle bomb. Jeez.
Statlander just tossing Julia Hart into the turnbuckles, and now charging in, big time uppercut. Statlander.
Oh my gosh,
wow,
man.
That about knocked the eye patch off.
Kicking it into high gear right in front of us. Statlander, reverse suplex, takes Julia over the top.
She held on to it. She's grabbing the arm.
Statlander maintains wrist control, brings Julia up, delayed vertical suplex. Gave Julia plenty of time to think about it before dropping her down.
Showing that athleticism. Kip up.
You don't see Chris Statlander smiling like she used to. She looks very serious right now.
No, her jaw is set, and I think Statlander's mission is clear.
Whoa.
She wants to climb the ranks, get back into contention for another title shot, but a kick like that from Julia Hart may put an end to those hopes.
Julia Hart's got that flexibility.
I'm sure she was hoping for something, but a kick to the mouth was not it.
Julia charges in, back elbow that time.
Statlander's in a little bit of trouble right now.
Yeah, it was a good offensive flurry by Statlander, but Julia's recovered nicely.
She's going up to that high rent district.
Our rent pays off big or the taxes get high.
Julia Hart, rounding body press, far leg hook, 2, no.
And it was almost over, just like that.
No, Julia Hart did everything right on that. She had aggressive full cover, great top high-flying offensive maneuver. That just shows the power of Kristen Statlander. What's Julia Hart got going on here, Excalibur?
Just a head scissors by Julia Hart. And you see Julia pulling back on her ankle to cut off the blood flow, that carotid artery, prevent the blood from going to the head of Chris Statlander. But Statlander,
well versed in jiu-jitsu, was able to get her to her stomach, reverse that hold.
Statlander.
No, she's not.
Waist lock and just deadlift German suplex, tossing Julia Hart. And Statlander back up to her feet, roundhouse kick.
Well, that connected.
Julia didn't even see it coming. The kick came on the left side, and now Chris Statlander looking for a little night fever. The cover, 1, 2, 3.
The winner of this match, Chris Statlander.
Yeah, Chris Statlander's trying to give in that vibe right now like a caged panther. You see that look on her face?
Yes. Yeah, you know you can't trust the wild panther.
No, right now she looks like a totally different competitor.
Are you saying that because we're in the home of the Pit Panthers?
You know, I was trying to throw it out there.
Chris Statlander, a victory here. And she's saying she's going to be moving up the ranks sooner than later.
I think she said she's more than woman.
She is more than a woman as well.
Wow.
Time to rampage, baby. I am cut from a different cloth. I'm the last of a dying breed.
You can see in his eyes, you can see in his attitude.
Never been in the ring with somebody like me. I'm the
dangerous man.
Dying breed.
Heavy physicality.
The rage only continues to grow. And it's only the beginning.
It's game on.
AEW Rampage. Fridays at 10 on TNT at anytime on demand and the TNT app.
Up next here on Elevation, Konosuke Takeshita from DDT Wrestling in Japan takes on Associate Stooge, Brandon Cutler.
This next bout is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Rancho Cucamonga, California, weighing 203 pounds, Brandon Cutler.
Brandon Cutler, the Associate Stooge of the Elite. Of course, Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega, and he's really changed over his attire, changed over his personality.
Yeah, he's changed for a little bit more colorful wardrobe, and he's embracing his inner stooge.
And he, of course, has the cold spray, which he's used as a weapon.
He's going to have to use it on himself.
And his opponent from Osaka, Japan, weighing 231 pounds, Konosuke Takeshita.
Yeah, it's always incredible to see the amount of talent that we have come from overseas to compete here in AEW. See Takeshita in there like this, I'm excited to see what he's going to do to Brandon Cutler.
And you can see that the people know exactly who that is walking to the ring. They're very versed on All Japan, New Japan, and all of the companies that are coming in here with the open door policy.
Yeah, Takeshita coming over from DDT Pro Wrestling in Japan.
Just a star. Look at him. He looks like a star. He carries himself like one.
Yeah, tremendous presence. And Takeshita is a 5-time former KOD openweight champion. That is the primary title in DDT. And he's only 26 years of age. He won that title for the first time at 21.
Wow.
That young, and he's got that kind of presence. Wow. That's a star presence you can't coach.
Oh, look at Brandon Cutler.
He does one little thing right. He's going to pay for it.
And Takeshita takes a side headlock, takes another side headlock. And remember that last time we saw Takeshita compete here in AEW, he was actually aligned with the Elite, aligned with Brandon Cutler, but they have gone in very different directions as Cutler tries the trip. Takeshita able to roll through big leg lariat.
Wow, did you see how quick he attacked those ropes?
Takeshita's awesome, man. I'm telling you. You just watch this kid and you see star power. That's all you see when you see him move. Presence, his walk to the ring, even the way he executes his stuff. What a star.
He is a big man, too.
Yeah, front slam there. Takeshita, 6'2", about 220 pounds. And he's got Cutler down in the corner. Takeshita sends out massive senton, 220 pounds, crashing down on the chest of Cutler. Cutler, though, able to kick out.
Well, I'm sure it felt more like 400 to 500 pounds with the height
you and
that
I
he
did
got
that, Mark. You and I did that. Somebody called the police
We'd end up
on
in
us.
China.
We go straight through.
Elbow to the back of the head by the former Tokyo Sports Rookie of the Year. Tokyo
Look
Sports,
at Brandon
big
Cutler.
wrestling publication. Yeah, Cutler's no slouch, though.
Oh,
Comes
my
over that
gosh.
top.
Hey, step up then. He got me fired up over here. Go ahead, Cutler.
Man, that's where he loses momentum right now. Keep going there, Cutler. Come on, man.
Pile it on. Quit showing off. Oh, God. That's what I needed. That's what I needed.
Really taking his time, though. Takeshita may be biding his time, not sure. Or Cutler may just be stunning Takeshita with his...
I don't know what's going on here. I just know that, to me, Cutler's pouring salt in the soup, and he just ruined the soup. Takeshita says, not today. Not today, my friend.
Big elbow strike by Takeshita. Hammers Cutler once again.
Great forearm elbow shots, too. Those are hard to throw, and he throws them really well.
Now charging in, big running elbow strike, able to generate a lot of speed from a very short distance, a lot of power.
Whoa, look how far he pounced.
He got airborne.
Man.
That was like Dante Martin airborne.
Now boot to the midsection. Takeshita DDT.
Oh, you can count to 1,000.
He plants Cutler 2. No.
Wow.
I really thought that was it.
I thought that was it.
That was a I haven't seen somebody execute a DDT that well in a long time, since Arn Anderson did it.
But here's the thing, Takeshita, you saw he nodded his head, almost acknowledging, okay, Cutler, it's going to take a little more than that to put you away. This is what I've got in store. He's looking maybe for a Blue Thunder bomb.
Come on now.
Takeshita favors that BT bomb, but now, there we go. Takes him for a ride. Blue Thunder bomb. Oh, again, Cutler able to kick out.
Is he too stupid to realize that it's over?
Yes.
Man, when you take something like that, you just take it to the ice room.
Yeah.
Straight to the training room and get ice. My back is hurting just from watching that.
A Blue Thunder bomb, a technique passed down to Takeshita by the great luchador El Generico.
Did you see the look on Takeshita's face? Like, what are you doing?
Uh-oh. Cutler, this is...
Oh, my God! He saw it coming!
Wow.
Why would you
And
stand
look
there?
at this, just battering Cutler in the corner. I think the time for games is over with Cutler. Wow, he got,
oh no!
Oh, now the cold spray into the eyes of Takeshita. The referee didn't see it. And now Cutler with the roll-up here. 1, 2, no! Takeshita able to kick out.
Good ring awareness by Takeshita, realizing he's in trouble and needed to kick out.
Yeah, even with the eyes blinded, he hears the referee's cadence. Able to kick out, even though Bryce Remsburg, an unfamiliar referee, Takeshita can sense it coming in. Uh-oh, Cutler.
Oh, no.
Trying for the inside cradle, but the power of Takeshita.
He can't see, but he can feel.
And he's...
Wow, holy cow.
Oh,
brother.
Sheer drop brainbuster.
I am so impressed with this young man.
1, 2... No, Cutler again. What about the perseverance of Cutler?
You know what? This is the best match that I've seen Cutler have.
I agree.
And a lot of it is because of his perseverance, because he's been able to absorb some of that energy that he's getting, and still, we couldn't. That
leaping knee strike. 1, 2, 3, and that is it.
Just to put that big
Konosuke Takeshita.
Takeshita able to survive the underhanded attacks of Brandon Cutler. And Paul, let's take another look at this.
Look at the power of Takeshita, how he snags Brandon Cutler up around attempted roll up that cradle, then that running high knee. Takeshita just put a period on the end of the sentence. Amazing display of power, athleticism, and poise. Takeshita is definitely a star.
We look forward to seeing him compete here in the coming months in All Elite Wrestling.
Gonna have some conversations about touching the referee.
True.
On Sunday, May 29th,
this is game time like
the world will be watching.
This crowd is going crazy.
When All Elite Wrestling takes over Sin City.
This is what you live for if you're a wrestling fan.
In the most anticipated event of the year.
AEW, truly the home of professional wrestling.
From the fight mecca of the world.
We promise you an epic night.
Cause we champions, game time.
AEW presents Double or Nothing, live.
Up next on Elevation in Action, Tony Nese, accompanied by Smart Mark Sterling.
This next contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit, being accompanied by Smart Mark Sterling from Strong Island, New York. Weighing 224 pounds, he is the premier athlete, Tony Nese.
Guys, I just wanted to introduce you to the hottest free agent signing in AEW history, Tony Nese. And since he signed on with me, he's 2-0. So when we got to Pittsburgh, we said, can you give us the best you have to offer? And they gave us this, the Steel City Brawler. They say a standard is the standard if this is the standard. My gosh. And that's the problem. There's plenty of jokes around here getting opportunities over guys like Tony Nese. People here want to chant the name Tony Nese. They don't want to chant Brawler.
Didn't Sterling know that would have backfire?
Yeah, maybe he's trying to give Brawler some encouragement. We'll see what happens here.
We didn't get the memo about wearing blue.
Well,
looks like a Smurf.
Tony Nese is the latest client of Smart Mark Sterling, and you know it is correct that since Nese signed with Sterling, he is undefeated. Though
That's true.
Calling Nese the hottest free agent signing in AEW history, I think Smart Mark better hope that his other client, Jade Cargill, wasn't listening to that.
I was thinking that when he made that announcement. I was like, hey man, you've got a pretty premier athlete in Jade Cargill too. You might want to, you know, balance that out a little bit better. But
man, he's got a terrible towel tattoo on him.
Oh, nice back elbow by the Steel.
Brawler.
All right, buddy. Way to go, Steel City.
Steel City Brawler turning things around on Tony Nese, but Nese with just a palm strike to the throat, stopping Brawler in his tracks.
That's the thing. Guy like Tony Nese can take a lot of punishment. He's got such a good high constitution. He spent so much time in the gym and amateur wrestling and training. It's going to take a lot to wear him down. He's in such tremendous physical condition.
And Nese charges in with that back elbow strike. And even though Nese has given up quite a bit of size to the Brawler, he was able to take him down with that well-placed elbow on the jaw.
I mean, look at the guns on the Brawler, though. You can tell he's been in the gym, too.
Yeah, there was a McDonald's next to it.
Stop it. That's body shaming, Paul.
Yeah, so what? I'm fat. I can shame fat people.
Nah.
I'll shame you in a minute. Keep on.
Hey, you start talking about me, I'm going to talk back, remember?
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Part two of my killing spree is going to start.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to be stuck in the
You
middle
know
of
where
this.
all the Little Debbie snack cakes are buried. I need to be quiet.
Kayfabe.
Remember you used to open the drawer in my bus and eat them all?
Listen, man.
Yeah.
Like, stop telling all the family secrets.
Yeah.
Steel City Brawler fighting back some right
let's go,
hands
Brawler.
to the jaw of Tony Nese, but Nese, that point of the elbow right into the midsection of the Brawler. Brawler comes back, big headbutt though.
Big headbutt, rock Brawler a little bit too.
Knocked him a little goofy too.
Oh, and Brawler.
Brawler, nice surprise showing by Steel City Brawler.
And what an upset this would be for the Brawler. Tony Nese, such a highly regarded signing by Smart Mark Sterling. And now the Brawler building momentum.
Big avalanche slam in the corner.
No, he's not.
Boy, I would love to see Mark Sterling eat his words. I really would. This would be great.
Oh, wait, Tony Nese. Shotgun drop kick the Brawler. Playing to the hometown crowd. A little too much, and then the running knee in the corner. That could be it. Nese covers 2, 3.
Yeah, there's no recovery
Here is
from
your
that
winner,
knee.
the premier athlete, Tony Nese.
Well, you know, there's something Mark Sterling says about a premier athlete. You see how quick once Tony Nese got his bearings and got his focus, the way that he accelerated and inflicted damage on Steel, he changed the tempo immediately.
Yeah.
You know, that's what a top athlete has to do. If you're going to win championships, you need that ability.
Yeah.
He took a hell of a thumping by Steel City Brawler, and then time was right, he turned up the heat.
Yeah, thus
Like
far,
that old school watch. He took a licking, but he kept on ticking.
Thus far, Tony Nese
3-0.
remaining perfect underneath the services of Smart Mark Sterling. A huge match up next here on Elevation. QT Marshall, representing the Factory, takes on the King, Minoru Suzuki.
This next contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Freehold, New Jersey, weighing 234 pounds, QT Marshall.
QT Marshall and the Factory not content to be a pain in the ass here in All Elite Wrestling, have also taken their show on the road, inflicting New Japan Strong, and most recently at the New Japan Strong Windy City Riot with the antics of the factory. But the QT may be just about to change his tune here tonight.
Business is about to pick up.
And his opponent, from Yokohama, Japan, weighing 220 pounds, Minoru Suzuki.
Listen to that reaction for one of the toughest men in our sport, Minoru Suzuki.
What's the chances or the odds that he wore black and gold in Pittsburgh?
I'm not sure he put that much thought into it.
Yeah, I don't think Minoru, he gives a fiddler's fig about that kind of stuff. I think he's looking forward for a little payback on QT.
Kaze ni Nare, his battle cry, become the wind, and Suzuki looking to
look at QT's face.
Yeah. Well, I think QT just realized he's in over his head.
QT is in there.
That is definitely the look.
The former never open weight champion of New Japan Pro Wrestling, a former GHC heavyweight champion in Pro Wrestling Noah, a former Triple Crown champion in All Japan Pro Wrestling, a former King of Pancrase, and a former Ring of Honor World Television Champion in Minoru Suzuki, just to name a few accolades.
He's calling him out right to the middle of the ring. QT is very apprehensive about step. Oh, look at this. Come on, get it. Get those kicks up.
Well, that's smart on QT's part. You definitely want to attack first in this situation.
Yeah, but I wouldn't wait long like that.
QT Marshall, oh, he's gonna throw the clothesline. Suzuki blocks it, and now comes over the ropes and just wrenches the arm, trying to tear the shoulder out of socket. And look at this, the cross arm breaker in the ropes. QT Marshall is tapping out, but luckily for QT, or I guess unluckily, it was in the rope, so it wasn't an illegal hold technically.
Looked like he got electrocuted when he got hit.
Wow, knife edge chop. I just slapped QT's heart right out of his back.
Minoru Suzuki, a student of Karl Gotch, who is also known as one of the toughest men ever in professional wrestling. Oh,
he's on Goofy Street. Look at him doing the dance.
Dazed, and Suzuki sizes up QT Marshall.
Get him back in there, Mr. Suzuki.
Minoru Suzuki almost playing with his foot. Oh, look, wait a second. Camarado distracting Paul Turner and opening the door for QT Marshall. And look at this, Paul Turner ejecting Camarado and Aaron Solo from ringside.
Well, I'm actually surprised the referee actually did something. The Zebra finally earned his paycheck. Good for Paul Turner for growing a set.
Camarado is a pretty tall guy. Why is he walking on his tippy toes?
And wait a second, QT now just getting in the face of Minoru Suzuki, just trying to.
Oh, that wasn't smart.
That's a pretty dead-eye stare right there. Suzuki's not feeling any of that. Now, this is not a guy you want to get in a trading situation with, QT.
I've seen him get hit with a lot more than that.
Yeah, Suzuki's like forged iron. Right now, he's getting warmed up.
Minoru Suzuki is somebody that fought Ken Shamrock to a 30-minute time limit draw.
That's pretty impressive. I know Ken Shamrock very well. That's impressive.
He and Suzuki beat the stuffing out of one another. And now QT. Uh-oh.
Hey, I'll do that.
He said give me your best shot. And he gave it to him.
Suzuki with an elbow. QT laying in some elbows of his own, but
right. Well, there's not a lot of muscle around the throat.
Yeah, big equalizer there. QT with a comeback lariat. Far leg hook. Suzuki able to kick out.
You know, QT is like beating on an iron pot right now.
Yeah, I mean,
he looked a little perplexed after he threw that shot to the throat.
Think back didn't work. To Dynamite a couple weeks ago, the match between Minoru Suzuki and Samoa Joe. You want to talk about a slugfest. Oh, wait, Suzuki ducks underneath.
No.
This could be the beginning of the end for QT Marshall. The sleeper, the elbow strike, and now Minoru Suzuki. He's got him vertical, and he drops him with the Gotch-style pile driver. The cover, and the win.
There is your winner, Minoru Suzuki.
You know, there's old sayings when I grew up. My dad used to talk about somebody being tougher than a bag of hammers. I would have to say Suzuki is one of those guys that is tougher than a bag of hammers, literally.
Tougher than a bag of hammers, and he hits like a ton of bricks. Minoru Suzuki picking up the win here tonight on AEW Dark Elevation.
Yeah, he drove QT like a nail. Coming back here on Elevation, we have Dark Order's Jon Silver.
Join the Dark Order.
This next contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Being accompanied by Dark Order, weighing 198 pounds, Jon Silver.
They're back, the Wu-Tang Clan.
There's a lot of them.
26 of them.
There's a lot of them.
Which one's you got?
Well, we know who Ghostface is, the one with the mask on.
Jon Silver with -1 in his corner, set to compete on this massive edition of AEW Dark Elevation.
And his opponent, Vince Valor.
You know, I was talking to Jon Silver in the hall the other day. He says, you know, Paul, he says, I'd like to tag with you sometimes. I said, you know what? That might happen one day. I suppose I'd have to let him work the strong guy gimmick.
Yeah.
I mean, you and Mark were given the Dark Order salute when they came out. So
I love the Dark Order, man. I'm a fan.
And before this
I'm a licensed member.
Before this match gets too
How'd
far
you get a
underway.
license?
All you got to do is go on darkorder.com, fill out the application, and then you can become a member.
See, that's what holds up our friendship, because you be holding back stuff like this on me.
I mean, it's in their entrance video and everything. I mean, you've seen it 100 times.
Not really. I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, Silver, big uppercut. And before this match gets too far underway, I want to remind everybody, AEW Dynamite is live this Wednesday night, 8/7 Central on TBS. The Philly Street Fight, Serena Deeb and Hikaru Shida collide. The Owen Hart Foundation men's qualifying match, Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler. That's right, FTR will go at it, looking to qualify. TNT Championship ladder match, Sammy Guevara, the champion, looks to defend against Scorpio Sky, plus a 10-man tag team match. Adam Cole, Young Bucks, and Red Dragon versus the Varsity Blondes, Dante Martin, Lee Johnson, and Brock Anderson. All that and so much more this Wednesday, live 8/7 Central on TBS.
Boy, Jon Silver's just been on display of dominance in this match.
Oh,
look at the strength.
Look at that. Look at the strength and power.
He's got Vince Valor up, drops him down with a spin. Doctor, 1, 2, 3.
Man, you listen.
There is your winner, Jon Silver.
Vince Balor just got some free air flare miles.
Man, I've had sneezing fits longer than that match.
Look at the power of Jon Silver.
Able to not only hoist his opponent up, spin him around and use the momentum against him, and score the win here tonight. Good night at the office here for Dark Order. Coming up next, our first of 2 main events on Elevation tonight. A women's trios tag team match. Nyla Rose, Emi Sakura, and the Bunny take on Ruby Soho, Anna Jay, and Sky Blue.
The following is a trios tag team match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit.
Uh-oh.
Being accompanied by Vicky Guerrero, the team of the Bunny, Emi Sakura, and the native beast, Nyla Rose.
Jesus. Oh my God.
You on fire over there, Mark?
I just lost an eyebrow. Oh man, I hate that so much.
Well, that's why we put you on that side.
It's true.
I like barbecue, but not my own flesh.
This is a pretty formidable trio. We've seen them compete here in AEW before. And you see Nyla Rose still with the shiner underneath her eye from the match with Thunder Rosa at Battle of the Belts. We get a little more into that in a few moments.
Come on, guys, get with me.
And their opponents being accompanied by -1, the team of Anna Jay, Sky Blue, and Ruby Soho.
And tonight's Elevation's been the -1 show. He's got his face on TV.
Man, he put his time in, didn't he?
He put his work in tonight, didn't
But did you see how quickly he ran out? It's like he left the oven on or something.
Sure he did, because he knows he's about to get in trouble.
That's true. This is well past his bedtime.
A little bit.
Man, I had a good conversation with Ruby Soho today.
Isn't she amazing to talk to? Love chatting with her.
Yes,
Such a great person.
She loved my camel impersonation.
Oh my goodness, I got set up for that one. I walked right into that, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Wow.
And Ruby
Want to
Soho.
hear it?
Please.
Sure. That sounded like a shot water buffalo. That sounded nothing like a camel. All right, I'm going to go back to the ring here. Sky Blue giving Emi Sakura a big shove.
Yes.
The aggressive collar and elbow tie-up. That's disturbing, wasn't it, Excalibur?
You know, Mark, you do have a cough button. You don't have to cough right into the microphone.
I wasn't coughing. That was the camel.
Oh, my gosh. Right. How do I hit
That's
my
the way
button?
they make the sound.
Oh, Sky Blue comes around.
My God.
Nancy Geary. And Sky Blue giving up a considerable amount of experience to Emi Sakura. She's not backing down, but Nyla comes in a big clothesline.
Jeez.
Wow, Nyla Rose sent a message on that one. What?
I think she's still aggravated.
And the tag is made. Anna Jay, just came in and got planted by Nyla Rose. And
yeah, she's angry. She's still thinking about Thunder Rose.
Look at Ruby Soho fire up. So, yeah, bring that to me.
And Ruby using her speed, using her quickness to avoid the lariat, threw a couple shots, but the lariat from Ruby not moving Nyla back. Another one.
Oh, my God.
Oh, the stomp to the midsection. And Ruby Soho and Nyla Rose, they've got quite a bit of history with one another in the short time that Ruby's been a part of the AEW roster. And you know that this rivalry is going to continue to percolate here tonight as Ruby comes out of the corner looking.
Oh my God, she ran into a boot and just didn't even register.
Cover, just a 2 count.
Caught Ruby Soho and just used her like a battering ram into the bottom turnbuckle.
That's tough. You try to use that innovative offense, and then somebody like Nyla Rose just powers out of it.
Well, Ruby lands on her feet. Makes the tag out to Sky Blue.
Wow, jumping sidekick.
Sky with the kick. I think that caught Nyla on the hip. And oh, that one caught Nyla right on the jaw. Sky.
Oh, there she goes.
Headed to the outside, but there's the bunny. Oh, the bunny. Just got booted off. And Sky Blue diving crossbody, but the strength of Nyla too much. Nyla Rose covers lateral press. Sky Blue able to kick out.
See the forearm across Sky Blue's face on that cover?
Yeah, sending a mean message to Sky Blue is Nyla Rose.
Definitely a mean
in
message.
the corner like yesterday's news.
Big running avalanche splash in the corner.
And the tag.
Come on, ref. She's choking her.
Now the bunny, legal member of that team.
Well, you're talking about someone who likes to inflict pain and cause chaos. There's a poster child right there, the bunny.
Yeah, there's a picture of her in the dictionary under problem child.
Problem child, that's a good call.
And
yeah,
it's not only the physical beating, it's the tongue lashing too.
It's the tongue lashing and just the psychological trauma that goes with it. I mean, why step on the girl's fingers like that? That's just ornery.
But we've seen this team, this trio of the Bunny, Emi Sakura, and Nyla Rose. I mean, they're very, very mean, very similarly motivated, Paul.
Well, I would have to say crazy's the glue that sticks it together, that's for sure.
Have you ever been kicked in the face by Chuck Taylor?
Have I? No,
where did that come from? By the Kentucky gentleman, Chuck Taylor? I believe I have, actually.
Wow.
Oh, look, a roll up there behind the referee's back. And the Bunny, though.
Oh, you mean
I was talking about the shoes on Sky Blue.
I thought it was Kentucky gentleman like Excalibur. I was like, no, I haven't, actually. I actually haven't been kicked by either one, so there you go.
By Sky Blue or Chuck Taylor?
Yes. Yes.
You could change that if you wanted to.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Hammer throw into the ropes. Emi Sakura, boot to the midsection.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Running knee lift.
Wow, seeing these two work together is the stuff of nightmares.
And Emi Sakura.
Big Queen fan.
And she will chop you, and she will splash you in the corner as well.
Wow, just collapses those lower lungs of Sky Blue.
Now lateral press against Sky Blue, able to kick out.
Barely able to kick out, like she really has hardly any energy. She's trying to get her breath. She got the wind knocked out of her.
Yeah, and when you can't catch your breath, I mean, almost everything else is secondary, even kicking out of a pinning predicament.
Yeah, primal instincts kick in. Breathe first, dummy.
And look at this, behind the referee's back once again.
Just that kick in the mouth by the Bunny right there, just completely mean.
The Bunny grinding down Sky Blue, the knee right between the shoulder blades.
Bunny seems like the type of chick that would like to pull your fingernails off with a pair of pliers.
Yikes. Paul, stop it. Take it back.
I can't help her. She scares me. My mind's going to bad places.
Oh, Sky Blue going.
Like, she's so mean, I'd give up my flyer miles, and I won't give those up for anything.
Oh, wild swing and a miss by the Bunny. She tried to take a cheap shot at Anna Jay.
Slippery.
But Sky Blue, the up kicks.
Smart on Sky Blue.
And made the tag.
Here comes Anna Jay.
Anna comes
wow.
in big.
That was a receipt.
Big shot for Emi Sakura. Back elbow for the Bunny. A second one for Bunny. And ducks under Sky Blue. With flatliner there. Or excuse me, by Anna Jay, not Sky Blue.
Anna Jay's got to get the Bunny out of that corner. Nice neutral corner. Big running back elbow. Nice combo.
And the Bunny
Take that with you.
Sent across Anna Jay. A kick
Put that hip into her.
And now Anna wrenches the arm. There's that dangerous Jay kick. A back heel kick, and now looking for the Queen Slayer. Trying to put the Bunny to sleep. Yep, but Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose identified the danger Bunny was in, and oh, wait a sec, no future from Ruby Soho. Just wiped out Nyla Rose. Emi Sakura.
Oh, man, what a bad spill.
Good ring awareness by Ruby Soho.
Here we go.
Sky Blue.
Fly like an eagle.
Sky Blue diving down on Emi and Nyla. Oh, wait, the Bunny trying to take advantage. She's got the trunks. No. Boot to the midsection by the Bunny. And now looks for that knee strike once again. But
there it is.
The Queen Slayer, she's got the hooks in. Center of the ring, and the Bunny taps out immediately.
Here are your winners. The team of Ruby Soho, Sky Blue, and Anna Jay.
Tremendous outing by Anna Jay tonight. Wow. She was firing it on cylinders tonight. Big dive by Sky Blue.
And I spoke about the rivalry between Nyla Rose and Ruby Soho, but who can forget the rivalry between the Bunny and Anna Jay? This time the Queen Slayer getting the victory for Anna Jay. She didn't even need to wrap her arm in barbed wire here tonight.
And there's my man -1 sneaking in for some camera time. I love it.
The camera just finds him every time.
Every time. Our second main event of the evening on Dark Elevation. Penta Oscuro with Alex Abrahantes versus the Acclaims, Max Caster and Anthony Bowens.
Penta says it's time to
This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Being accompanied by Alex Abrahantes from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing 207 pounds. Penta Oscuro.
Now, we talk on Elevation about some of our talent embracing a little bit of a darker side. Alex, what's going on with Penta?
I don't know. Alex muttering on his way to the ring at Penta's side. He started out as Penta's translator, but now seems to have become something a little more.
Yeah, he's a little dark, though. That's my thing. Like, what happened to Alex Abrahantes? Now he's like an evil war priest or something?
Yeah, I mean, maybe the dark aspect of Penta's personality, that Penta Oscuro personality, also affecting Alex Abrahantes. But what a main event we have in store for you here tonight on AEW Dark Elevation.
And his opponent, Platinum Max Caster.
Yo, listen up.
Yo. Listen. Yo. The Acclaimed, nobody here stopping us. Why is Penta hanging out with Count Chocula? Your new look is not great. Two grown men and they going through a God phase. In Pittsburgh, you got to stop. I mean, some of y'all are voting for Dr. Oz. And Penta, I heard you're Pequeño, and your name is short for Pendejo.
Oh! Whoa, okay. Wow.
Wow, I think Max Caster just got his soul scared out of him.
The Acclaimed have arrived!
Oh, it got weird, guys.
Well,
damn.
I tell you what, Anthony Bones has got one hell of a chain on, though.
and he is
Guys,
used.
thank God that we're in Pittsburgh and Britt Baker's a dentist, because I just saw a guy smile here at 1-2.
Wouldn't that imply that Britt doesn't do a good job with
No,
dental practice?
thank God she's here. She can fix it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, what were you saying there, man?
You all right?
Just trying to clarify, man.
Okay.
Max Caster, Penta Oscuro, our main event here tonight. Two tag team specialists that we've seen compete in singles competition over the last few months and are extremely formidable. Boot to the midsection by Caster. Penta, there's the quickness.
Ooh.
Whoa! What a kick!
He just kicked him and slapped him at the same time.
We've seen Penta go through this transformation. He has really changed his entire demeanor.
Since adopting this Penta Oscuro personality. Oh, Bowens with the leg trip.
And the innocent look. What an actor.
Well, I was gonna say, since Penta has adopted this dark aspect of his personality, he's been using that arm-breaking technique that he's favored in the past. Just no mercy to go along with no fear.
Even his conditioning too, Excalibur. Like, he's really changed apparently how he trains, how he diets, because he's in probably the best shape I've ever seen him in.
Back elbow though by Caster, keeping the pressure on Penta here. Lateral press, 2, just a 2 count.
Caster's got that sports tape on his shoulder. All that looks like is a big target to me.
Sure does to me too. I mean, I don't know if the kids are doing that nowadays just for color, a little flavor, you know, but if it's an injury, the last thing you want to do is point it out.
Cazadora rolls through by Penta, off the ropes into this crossbody splash, and now swing and a miss by Caster. Penta,
the hiccup.
Sling blade!
Sling blade.
I love watching Penta hit that sling blade. That's one of my favorite moves that Penta does.
turns the corner, hooks the leg, just a 2 count.
He turns in the air so effortlessly.
Yeah, it's really graceful the way he does it. He executes it with such force, just driving the opponent's neck and shoulders right in the mat.
Penta.
Oh.
Hey, that's a little bit of infringement.
Oh, just a thudding chopping to the chest. And
I know a guy that shushes and chops. I hope nobody confuses me for Penta the next time I wrestle.
If his hand was as large as a skillet, then that would be something to talk about.
Listen, I wish, and I'm sure our AEW audience wishes I could wrestle like Penta.
Caster.
Good fire back by Max Caster.
Oh, backbreaker there, just yanks Penta down into it. 1, 2. No, Penta able to kick out.
Plus, I don't think people understand that Max Caster's a pretty big guy. It's good to see him be
pretty big.
Well, I mean, to see him more aggressive, too. I think, you know, in the beginning of Elevation, when I first started working out here, he was having fun and doing his raps and clowning around a lot. I think now he's starting to see his potential. You know, he wants to be tag team champions Anthony Bowen. He's got potential as a champion in the future himself.
But Penta kicks out the ankles of Caster, and Caster.
Oh, he should let go.
Run! Oh, boy.
Caster was just hanging on to that top rope out of instinct, but Penta made him pay, and Caster able to kick out.
He almost lost the match because of it.
Yeah, and how many times can you get stuck, though?
And look at Penta.
Right for that tape. Look at that knee in the back of that shoulder.
Yeah. That's got to be uncomfortable. Anthony Bowen's up on the ring.
And
Smart
Bowens
right here.
He's talking about making it weird.
Bowens recognized the danger that his partner Max Caster was in, and Caster's a backhand, and now brings Penta up.
Yeah, that was a break chop. He hit him right in the brachialis.
2? No.
Send that nerve into a little shock, and he lose control of that arm.
Smart.
Max Caster keeping the pressure on, looking for the pin there. And wait a second, again, Bowens with the referee's attention diverted. Bowens tearing at the mask of Penta. And, almost a little friendly fire there for the Acclaim, but the thrust kick just dropped Bowens on the outside. Inside, Caster throws the clothesline. Penta. Enziguri, I think that one might have caught Caster on the shoulder. And now
he's got the arm trapped. Wow, how much pressure is that on the shoulder?
I think.
No.
Penta looking to damage
don't do it.
Both arms of Caster. There he
God.
goes. Both the left and the right punished. 2 and 3. Penta scores the win.
Here is your winner, Penta Oscuro.
You know, Penta's always been an amazing talent in the ring. But since he's embraced this darker side of his persona, the viciousness that he brings to the ring has taken him to another level.
Penta has been borderline unstoppable. Thank you for joining us here tonight on AEW Dark Elevation. Join us for Dark tomorrow night, and then Dynamite this Wednesday live on TBS. The ladder match for the TNT Championship.
Wednesday on TBS.
Let's finish this.
It's a Philly street fight, plus an undisputed elite 10-man tag. FTR goes one-on-one in an Owen Hart Cup qualifier. Wardlow takes on Lance Archer.
Ladder match, you and me!
And the TNT Championship ladder match. AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite, live at 8 on TBS.